a pleasant good morning to each and every one of you, and welcome into the Power Lunch. I am your host, Kenneth Forte. So glad to have you with us on today. And today we continue our candidate interviews with candidates who are on the ballot. Want to remind you that early voting begins July the 12th, which is just a few days from now. So hopefully you have registered, you know your polling places and where to vote early, and we want to encourage each and every one of you to make sure that you make a plan to vote. Voting is your right, and it gives you the opportunity to use your voice. And as I've always said, sitting behind this desk, if you do not vote, do not complain, because you had an opportunity to vote for the candidate of your choice. And today we are, on the first half of the show, we have Ronald George, who is a candidate for the 69th District House of Representatives. I'm going to ask you to pull that mic closer to you, Mr. George.
All right.
And first of all, tell us a little bit about you for those folks in our listening audience who may not know about you.
Well, I'm a native Hickman County. I've lived there 58 years. My parents worked in Dixon, worked for Schrader's, and so we play ball in Lewis County. So I'm just a average guy, you know, who wants to try to put some common sense back into the game for the state district.
Okay, so I'll ask you, as I've asked so many, what donkey kicks you in the head to make you want to run for office?
Well, you know, I've had that asked several times back when I was county commissioner. I just wanted to change the game for my nephews who's coming up, for it to be a good place for them. And I think a lot of the things that have been done, we've gotten ball rolling in the right direction. But I think it was a deciding vote with some of the decisions that were made this past years, you know, couple of years. And that's what made me want to run. Because I just don't think we've been using a lot of common sense.
Okay.
The game is easy to play. This is, you know, do what's right for the people. There's no wrong and right. I mean, if you do the right thing, all the pieces will fall into play. And I just think there was some wrong turns. I just think it's been brought up about the school voucher. I don't believe in school voucher. I think that public schools, I got a grade eight education from Hickman County High School, and I use the education I received in vocational department every day. And so I've been a machinist. I've learned machine shop and General Metals, and I've been a carpenter because I learned my trade in the Future Farmers, and I've been an iron worker, which I've learned in General Metals too. So I've used all my education, and I think that it's public money that's going to be taken and put into private schools. I don't think that's right, because what's best for the most amount of people is what I think goes. You know, I steal the line from Star Trek, the needs of many outweigh the needs of a few. And so if you can afford private school, that is great. And this is America, but don't take away from the people who can't afford it. That's where I'm at on that one. It's coming up also. I don't, that's my stand on it is I don't believe in it.
Okay, so kind of give us an idea of how your personal experiences has shaped your political beliefs.
Well, I mean, my political beliefs are personal. Is just, that's a good one. Let me think. My personal things is how they misappropriate their money, how they misspend it. Back when I was in county court, it was the solid waste issue what kind of got me into wanting to run for county commissioner.
Okay.
And and when I was on the solid waste board, we started doing more recycling that would help pay our way out of it. Just like they were throwing the glass into the regular 3-4 landfill. Well, we can give it away and not fill up our landfill and recycle that glass. And a company from Alabama gets it. We don't get no money from it, but it saves it from going into the landfill. And recycle is where it's at. Whether it be cardboard, oil, or anything, it helps everybody if you recycle. And that's one of the big things we got along with. And Marty was our solid waste manager, and he's since retired. But I think they've still got the ball rolling.